हाय हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हैं सब? हाउ आर यू ऑल डूइंग? मेरा बच्चा लोग, मेरा प्यारा बच्चा लोग, जल्दी से जल्दी फटाफट अपडेट मी इन द चैट बॉक्स हाउ योर डे वाज फॉर एवरी वन ऑफ यू. Jaldi, and let me say hi to everyone who is so much active and with full of energy in the chat box. Hi Saloni, hi Ayush, hi, I'm not able to read that name, Arbadi. Harsh, hi. Hi Sonu, hi Myara. Yes, I'm doing so good. Okay, and hi, I had a super amazing blasting day. And thank you so much for asking. So tell me, how are you all doing and how your day was? I am asking you for the very second time and nobody is replying. Or should I be assuming that everybody had a super wonderful, very great day? Is that what you all want me to do? Hi Harsh, hi Raj, hi Preeti, hi Rita, hi to every one of you. Good evening to everyone and welcome to another beautiful session of this particular crash course. And it is our responsibility to make it more beautiful and energetic. Hai na? So tell me, how was the crash course going till now? So we have completed 3 lectures where we have completed units and dimensions and one part of motion in one dimension, isn't it? So I hope you all have understood all the concept. We did lot many multiple choice questions. Everything is awesome. So today in this fourth session or the second part of the chapter motion in one dimension, we'll be discussing the remaining parts and we are going to do lot many multiple choice questions. And what happens? Yes, the ultimate confidence in this particular chapter will be achieved. Whoever is attending this particular crash course completely. So whoever is seeing me for the very first time, this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and those who love me more, what do you all call me? What do you all call me? Yes, Ameer Bhaiya. And a bit of introduction about myself, you all can see in front of your screen, isn't it? I have an experience of more than 3.5 years. I'm a BTech graduate from NIT Calicut. I taught, mentored many students. This is all about me. Many of you might be already knowing. Can you do one small thing, bacha log? Can you share the session to all your friends and alert them that the class has already started and ask them to come and join the classroom faster? Sumaya, Anthony, Myara, Preeti, Arpan, can you all do that? That's a small favor your Ameer Bhaiya is asking. Can you all do that? Jaldi share kar le. And by the meantime, okay, let us give them some 2-3 minutes so that they can join. In the meanwhile, I'll give you a small introduction about the Unacademy platform. Okay. Then, as you all know, there are so many amazing teachers where you don't want to miss any of the live classes when they come live in Unacademy class 11th and 12th, right? So if you don't want to miss any of the live classes, you should be getting alerts and notifications on time. How can this happen? Once you are a part of Telegram group, the link is given right there. Jaldi fatafat, be a part of this Telegram group and get the notifications and updates on time. Bugs Bounty program. It's a very beautiful program designed by Unacademy. What is happening here? Right here, you just can grab so many prizes. What you all have to do? You just have to go to the description. There you will find a form. Fill the form if you are finding any inappropriate content with the Unacademy. Right? Then, regarding this scholarship test, don't you know that it would be a very wise idea to be a part of this Unacademy family and to start learning with us? I'll say yes. And if you want to be a part of Unacademy family completely for free, here we are giving you a chance by writing this scholarship test. And if you can grab a very good marks, you can be a part of this Unacademy family completely for free. And this happens every Sunday at 1 p.m. So jaldi se jaldi everyone can enroll for it. And while enrolling, don't forget the code of AMB10, which will help you to get enrolled for the scholarship test completely for free. What's the code? AMB10. Code once again, AMB10. So memorize it. Then I'll give you a small briefing regarding this Unacademy subscription. Okay, so what is happening, why it is so much important, then we are going to start with the classes. Just one more minute. Okay, so give Ameer Bhaiya 1 more minute. I'll just explain this. You all know that everything is available nowadays for free in YouTube, isn't it? Right? But though everything is available, everything is being so much scattered here and there. Finding all the information in YouTube, it's a bit difficult, right? Which means if you're completely focusing or depending upon YouTube for your studies, it will be a bit difficult or it's a time consuming process, isn't it? But once you're a part of Unacademy platform, right, all the teachers or all the educators will be teaching with a proper schedule targeting board examination, JEE examination and NEET examination. And more than that, we'll make sure that every topic that is being covered in the classroom is in a proper order. And even if you miss any of the classes, we'll make sure that the recordings are available to you. Okay, so once everything comes in order, what happens? Yes, the process of learning becomes super simple. Slowly, you'll start falling in love with all the subjects. And what happens when you start learning with full of love? Obviously, yes, you will be seeing a huge progress because you will be giving your complete time for that. You'll be giving your complete hard work with full of your mindset. So yes, you will be able to achieve those 35 out of 35 in all the examinations. Then top educators of the country are already there with the Unacademy platform. These teachers who's having a very good experience in the field of teaching will be able to tell you what are the examination pattern, what are the kind of questions you should be expecting. You just want to follow them and you will be ending up in the colleges whichever you are dreaming about after your 11th and 12th. Don't you want that? Then study materials will be given to you. Practice test and live test series will make you super duper wala confident and will bring out the best from every one of you. For enjoying all these super cool features, if you're going for 12-month subscription of Plus, it will cost you just 1,250. Again, you don't have to pay this much also. Why? Because I'm gonna give you the code. What's the code? AMB10. What is it? AMB10, which will give you extra 10% of discount from whatever mentioned price. Won't you love it? Won't you love that 10% of discount? If I was a student, I would have definitely loved that. Then, those who are like, you want all the features of Plus subscription, and if you want some more extra features, you should be going for Iconic, because in Iconic you will be given a personal mentor. What do you mean by personal mentor? A person will be assigned to you. He'll be telling you what to study, what not to study, what is your strategy should be, right? How you should be preparing your schedule. For everything, this person will be there. Matlab, half the load on your shoulder will be over, and the process of learning becomes a bit more simple once you are assigned with this personal mentor. Then live doubt solving classes specially for you will be there. Weekly reports will be given to you. For all these super cool, super great features of Iconic, if you're going for a 12-month subscription, it will cost you 2,333 per month. And again, as you all know, if Ameer Bhaiya is there, discount is there. Hai? So use the code of AMB10, get 10% of discount and enjoy your life with Unacademy. Okay? And as you all know, festive season offer is going on. If you are going to be one among the first 500 subscribers, and before 31st of October, if you make the subscription, you can enjoy extra 4 months of CBSE and Creative Corner. So jaldi se jaldi bacha log make use of this opportunity. Okay, so shall we start with the classes? Arey, ye kya ho gaya? Shall we start with the classes, bacha log? Shall we start with the classes? I want the complete energy from everyone. I want everyone in the classroom to yell out, sir, we are super ready. हम तो बिल्कुल तैयार है सर. आप तो शुरू कर दीजिए. ऐसा वाला. So Myara, yes. Jashanti, Purna, Sumaya, Sankamitra, Preeti. Best of luck, Preeti. Okay, so you used to come to my classes all the time, and I go and rock your exam. और क्या चाहिए? Okay, don't be tense or something, just go and write. 4th day आपका exams. Full energy, Shruti. Okay, so Sonu, Om Tyagi, Bao, thank you so much, Om. So yes, you all are super ready. Tell me which all topics we have completed in the last class. We have completed the motion, right? Which means we have completed about velocity, speed, acceleration, and equations of motion. How many of you think that the equation of motion is complete to you? You have understood everything? So I'm gonna test. So shall we start with the class by doing a simple MCQ from the motion in one dimensions equations of motion? Huh? Obviously, Purna, today we are going to complete this particular chapter of motion in one dimension. So we'll start this particular session with a simple question from equations of motion. Let me see how many of you have learned the yesterday's class topic and came to the classroom. Let me see. I hope you all can see the question. Hai na, Murli? Mansi. So everyone read the question, jaldi, fatafat, and start giving me the answer with a smile. Let me see the very first person to give me the answer. I'll have my phone. I'm looking right into the chat box. And Arpan is like, it's option B is what Arpan is telling. Then Shreya is like option B. Hi Nirmala, I'm doing so good. Shruti also says B. Everyone is now B. Okay, B means 10 meter per second. So, theek hai, let's see which one is the correct answer. Okay, shall we decide? Okay, so everyone is going for the option B. So I am also thinking that it might be option B. Let's find out. Okay, read along with me the question. A particle moving with a uniform acceleration, matlab the acceleration is a constant, travels 24 meter and 64 meter in the first two consecutive intervals of 4 seconds each. Its initial velocities. First, you have to understand what is being said in the question, right? First, let us do that. A particle starts, let's say it starts from the point A, okay, and it is moving to the point B, and it is said that initially it covers a distance of 24 meter in a time period of 4 seconds. Isn't that given? Yes. Obviously, it will be starting with some initial velocity. This is the question asked. One more information is given here. In the next 4 seconds, matlab, starting from the point B, after 4 seconds, it is covering a distance of 64 meter and it takes another 4 seconds and it is finally reaching the point C. The question is, what is the initial velocity? How to do it? Okay, how to do it? First, what I'm going to do is, everyone listen, look into the diagram. First, I'm going to consider the motion. What? AB. Can you see the motion AB? The particle starting from A and reaching the point B. Now, you know that during this motion, the distance it covers is 24. The time is equal to 4 seconds. Which equation I'm going to use? Simply, I'm going to use the equation of S is equal to ut plus half at square. कोई problem है क्या इस पे? कोई problem नहीं है, use कर ले. Okay, S कितना है when it moves from A to B? 24, है ना? Okay. Then U, it is unknown and time is given as 4 seconds. So we can write it as 4U. Half A T square. अरे time is 4, है ना? So T square is 4 square 16 हो जाएगा. 16 by 2 is 8. I am writing everything in a single step, but still I hope you all can see and everything is clear. ठीक है? कोई शक है क्या इस पे? Simple part है. Now what I'm going to do? You will be thinking, sir, we will be taking the motion of the particle from B to C. I won't be considering the motion of the particle from B to C separately. Why? Because in B to C, the value of U is not there. The question is to find the value of U. So, considering the motion from B to C is not, it's a waste thing, which we don't want. So, tell me which motion will I be considering? Think and tell me. Which motion? I will be considering the entire motion of the body from where to where? From A to C. I will be considering the motion from A to C. Why? Because when it start motion from A, the value of U will be available in our equation. This is the reason. Okay? Again, write the formula of S is equal to ut plus half at square for which motion? For the entire motion from A to C. What is the total distance when it moves from A to C? बता दे. 24 plus 64 हो गया. 6 2s are 8, 4 4s are 8. Any doubt in that? कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा, देख ले. A to B is 24 and B to is 64. So when it moves from A to C, 24 plus 64 हो गया 84. Sorry, 88. Then U, the initial velocity is unknown. What is the total time? 4 plus 4 to move from A to C. That is 8U plus half A T square. Time again is equal to 8. 8 का square होता है 64. 64 divided by 2 होता है 32A. So this is our second equation. ये हो गया हमारा first equation. Now it is up to you. हमारा काम तो हो गया, मतलब physics का काम हो गया. What is left? Mathematics is left. What is asked here? You want the value of U. So what I'll be doing is, ये equation 1 है ना, I'll be multiplying the equation 1 with 4. It is up to you. Whatever method you can choose to solve it, it is up to you. Right? So 4 into 24 हो जाएगा. 4 4s are 16, 96. Okay. 4 into 4U, that is equal to 16U. I'm just multiplying 4 with the entire equation of 1. That's I'm doing. Plus, then 8A is there. If you multiply it with 4, that is equal to 32A. This is our third equation. So I hope you might have understood why I have multiplied the magnitude 4 with the equation 1. So that the numerical of A will be same 32. Now what we can do? I'll be doing it here. Equation 3 minus equation 2 कर ले. जल्दी कर ले, जल्दी कर ले, जल्दी कर ले, जल्दी कर ले. हाँ, equation 3 by 2, sorry 3 minus 2, 96 minus 88 हो जाएगा. On the left hand side कितना है? 96 minus 88, 8. ओके, एंड ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड हो जाएगा 16u माइनस 8u, वो हो जाएगा 8u, 32a माइनस 32a 0 हो जाएगा, u का वैल्यू है 1 मीटर पर सेकेंड। मिल गया तो मिल गया, ऑप्शन ए तो मिल गया। Okay, so I hope you might have understood where you all have gone wrong. Okay, bata de where you all might have gone wrong. Anybody understood which was the part you might have gone wrong and gave me the answer, option B? So our correct option is A. ठीक है, Shreya Kumari, very good. Chandan A, very good. Okay, yes, understood. Okay, so whatever your mistake was, I hope you understood. Mark whatever your mistake is and try not to make the same mistake again. ठीक है, सो बच्चा लोग समझ में आ गया है ना? नोट भी कर ले, नोट किया ये क्वेश्चन? इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल क्वेश्चन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन भी है। नोट किया तो वी कैन मूव फॉरवर्ड। हाँ, नोट किया, नोट किया, नोट किया, नोट किया, नोट किया एवरीवन। सो आई एम गोना थिंक दैट यू ऑल हैव नोटेड दिस डाउन। ठीक है, हम तो अगले कॉन्सेप्ट के लिए जा रहे हैं। नोटेड प्रीति, वेरी गुड। आप देख ले, आप देख ले। नाउ व्हाट वी आर गोना डू इज we are going to analyze the vertical motion of a body. Vertical motion matlab a particle which will be thrown up in the upward direction with some velocity u. Then there you can find some cases of a particle getting dropped from some particular height. So in all these cases, how to deal with the problem? When you do these kind of problems and when a particle is being thrown into the air, the only one thing that you have to consider here is, can you tell me? When a particles move freely in air, yes, it will be attracted by the earth and will be given by an acceleration. That acceleration we call it as acceleration due to gravity. In which direction? In the downward direction. What is it? Any particle which is being thrown up, when it is being dropped down, every particle is under Earth's gravitational force of attraction. So that force will be giving you all bodies, irrespective of its shape, irrespective of its kind, every body will be accelerated in the downward direction, and that value we call it as acceleration due to gravity. And why negative? To show that it is in the downward direction, and its approximate value will be equal to 9.8, sorry, actual value is 9.8 meter per second square. Sometimes we used to approximate it as 10 meter per second square. This is the only thing that you have to take care of when you deal with what? Yes, the vertical motion. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Okay, hi, Dhruv. Now, many of the students have the tendency to get the wrong answer from this particular part. Do you know where? Okay, what is the maximum probability of getting wrong answer for these kind of question? Simply because while they choose the direction है ना, when they choose positive and negative, ये तो गड़बड़ हो जाता है. Okay, then the answer is going to be wrong. So let us understand what is the correct method of assigning the positive sign and negative sign, where to assign it so that we'll get the correct answer. Huh? Shall we? Killer, Purna, Dhruv. Okay, Purna, it is not necessary that, okay, Purna, one of my student is telling, sir, we always have to take G as negative. Okay, it is not necessary that G always has to be negative. I'll just tell you the rule, okay, how to find or how to put positive and negative sign. Ye dekh le. Okay, let us take a fresh page and understand this. This is our ground. Okay, let us consider that. So I have a stone in my hand. So मैं ऊपर फेंक रहा है, which means I'm throwing the ball in the upward direction with some velocity u. ठीक है? So it is our responsibility to consider a particular direction as positive. Usually what we do? Usually we consider that the upward direction is always positive is what we consider. So if upward is considered as positive, usually downward will be considered as negative. है ना? This is the usual scenario what we choose. So let's say the question is like, what is the velocity of the body, okay, when it reaches at this particular height after a time of t? Which formula will you use? We can use a formula of v equal to u plus at. Okay, v has to be found out. As you already have assigned u is equal to positive in the upward direction, we'll put u as positive itself. What about the acceleration? We know that any particle which is moving in the air is having acceleration due to gravity. ठीक है? But what is the direction of this acceleration due to gravity? In the downward direction. As we have considered upward direction as positive, downward direction has to be considered as negative. So acceleration will be written as minus gt. Okay, so the formula is v equal to u minus gt. But you might be thinking, always whatever quantity in the downward direction has to be considered as negative. ऐसे कुछ नहीं है. There is no rule that whatever is in the downward direction has to be considered as negative like that. So you can do the same problem, okay, by considering upward direction as negative and downward direction as positive also, right? कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You will get the same answer once you do it. ठीक है? So what is your responsibility is, once you start or before you start doing a problem, you just have to assign which direction is going to be positive. So if you're going to consider upward direction as positive, okay, write it somewhere, upward is positive. So whatever quantity is in the downward direction has to be considered as negative. वही बात है. ठीक है? ठीक है? Fine. Okay. Now you will understand how to do this. Okay, I was explaining lot much of plus ये use करना, minus ये use करना, इधर plus use करना, उधर minus use करना. I was telling so many things. I know that some of you will be a bit confused. Don't worry. Here we have a question which is going to take away all the confusion. So what you have to do, just try doing this particular problem from your own end. आप खुद कर ले. Okay, try whether you get the answer or not. Whether you get the answer or not, कोई बात नहीं. Okay, just try, so that after you giving me the answer, I'll be giving you a better explanation so that you can understand which all parts you have missed and all those stuff. Read the question, आराम से read कर ले बच्चा लोग, आराम से, with a smiling face. Arpan is like, sees the answer. Just do it, everyone, and let everyone do it. Purna says option C, then Arpan says option C, Harsh says option C, Jashandeep is like 58.8, which is option C. So very good, very good. Everyone is giving the option C, and Chandan says it's option D, Jashandeep is 58.8. So the correct answer is option C. Bilkul badhiya. Okay, those who got the answer by yourself, theek hai, it's very good. It's amazing actually. This is one of the very good question which will help you understand the concepts of applying science. Dekh le. Everyone listen, everyone. Put your pen down, okay, and listen to me completely for the next 5 minutes. A ball thrown vertically upwards. Okay, हमारा पास एक ball है, it is being thrown up with a speed of 19.6 from the top of a tower. So this is the twist here. From where it is being thrown? It is being thrown from the top of a tower which will be having some height. And it returns to the earth in 6 seconds. Time is also given. Find the height of the tower. Dekh le. How to deal with this question? It's a very good question. I love this question. So dekh le. ये हमारा tower है. Okay. And this tower, let's say it is having some height. From the top of the tower, can you see? From here, the particle is being thrown up with some initial velocity of 19.6. Like we do all the time, we can consider upward direction as positive. Okay, so yes, so it is being thrown with a velocity of 19.6 in the upward direction. What happens to this ball? It will be going up, 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 will reach the maximum height, and it will be coming down aise, and it will be hitting on the floor. Either this is the final position. What else information is given? It is given that the time is equal to 6 seconds. So if you write all the information on your screen, tell me what all information is given. Initial velocity is given as 19.6 plus or minus, plus time is equal to 6 seconds plus or minus. What is the sign of time? Plus second or plus 6 second or minus 6 second? हाँ, टाइम प्लस होता है क्या माइनस होता है? प्लस होता है या माइनस होता है? Let me see the brilliant minds in the classroom. Shrai is like plus 6. अरे टाइम प्लस और माइनस होता है क्या? अरे टाइम इज अ स्केलार क्वांटिटी. स्केलार क्वांटिटी को हाउ विल बी असाइन प्लस और माइनस साइन? हाँ, किसको चाहिए अच्छा वाला? मिलना है क्या? अरे it's a scalar quantity. When someone asks you whether the time is positive or negative, you should be giving a smile. Okay? And ऐसे बोल दे, बुद्धू है क्या तू? टाइम स्केलार है, स्केलार को कहाँ होता है प्लस और माइनस, है ना? दैट शुड बी योर आंसर. इवन इफ आई आस्क यू नेक्स्ट टाइम, गिव मी द सेम रिप्लाई. ठीक है? ओके, सो टाइम मिल गया +6. सॉरी, अरे यार, टाइम इज इक्वल टू 6 सेकेंड विदाउट एनी साइन. ठीक है? फिर क्या होता है? Then one more information is there which is hidden, but it is not, but it is which is something known to you. The acceleration. The acceleration due to gravity is there in which direction? Downward direction. So how will you write acceleration? Is it 9.8 plus or minus? Acceleration is downward, so definitely it is minus 9.8 meter per second square. भूलिए मत, this is very important. ठीक है? So u दे दिया, t दे दिया, acceleration दे दिया. Tell me, what is the displacement? What's the displacement? This is the initial point. Okay, this is the final position. So the particle's displacement matlab the straight line distance between the initial and the final, which is from A to B, which means in the downward direction. Tell me, what is the displacement the body is making? The displacement made by the body is equal to the height of the building. कोई doubt है क्या इस पे? It is starting from A, final is B. Displacement is all about initial and final position. So you can say that the displacement is in the downward direction and it is covering the displacement as height of the body. Plus or minus? Plus or minus? It is minus. Q minus? Minus Q. Array displacement is in the downward direction from A to B, it is moving. So displacement is equal to minus H. If you know all these things, you just want to put all these values in the equation और कुछ नहीं करना है. कर सकता है? कर ले. Which formula? S is equal to ut plus half a t square. ठीक है? And S का वैल्यू कितना है? Minus H is equal to U कितना है? 19.6 into t is equal to 6. Acceleration is 9.8, so minus half into 9.8 into t square. T कितना? T कितना? T is equal to tt 6. 6 6 36. Okay, काम तो खत्म. 19.6 into 6 minus 36 divided by 2 कितना होता है? 18. Okay, 18 is equal to 2 times 18 can be written as 9 2s are 18. Okay, that 2 with 9.8 is equal to 19.6 into what is remaining? 9. So this is equal to minus H. Okay, I'm just doing the mathematics. I hope everyone can do that. So till here is only physics. Physics का काम हो गया. I'm just helping you with the mathematics. 19.6 into 6 minus 19.6 into 9 कितना होता है? Minus 3 into 19.6 is equal to minus H. Minus minus cancel कर ले. H का value होता है 58.8, which is 19.6 into 3. मिल गया. मिल गया, मिल गया, मिल गया. कोई doubts? कोई doubts है क्या? Doubts होने का भी जगह नहीं है. We have explained by using all the concept that is required for understanding this, isn't it? So give me a smile बच्चा लोग, and do let me know that you have enjoyed this question and understood the concept of using positive and negative. ये समझ में आ गया? This is the important part, which means this is the part you have to take out from this question, whether you have understood how to apply positive sign and negative sign. ये हो गया तो बिल्कुल बढ़िया. अर्पण, हम तो MCQ कर रहे हैं, आप बोल रहे हैं कि डिराइव कर ले. अभी डेरिवेशन का टाइम है क्या? अभी क्रैश कोर्स चल रहा है. ओके, अर्पण क्रैश कोर्स है. क्रैश कोर्स पे आई विल बी जस्ट डिस्कसिंग द इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड द न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यूज एंड द फॉर्मूलाज. ओके, अगला क्वेश्चन. गो फॉर इट मेरा बच्चा लोग. अगला क्वेश्चन, गो फॉर इट. हाँ हाँ संकमित्रा, वेरी गुड. तो ये भी कर ले. डू दिस क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो बिफोर मी. टर्म 1 कंप्लीट हो गया. बिल्कुल बढ़िया अर्पण. तो नेक्स्ट दिस क्वेश्चन, डू इट एवरीवन मेरा बच्चा लोग, एंड गिव मी द आंसर. दिस इज once again a tricky question. Let me tell you, this is once again one of the tricky question you are going to find out. Okay, the options are given for distance. Okay, though the question is to find out displacement and distance, the options here is given for distance. So you have to choose that option which points towards distance traveled by the particle. रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं राहुल. ओके, थोड़ी देर पे हम डिस्कस करेगा, इधर ही रह ले. ओके, सो थानिया इज लाइक ऑप्शन बी, देन किलर गेमिंग बी, देन अभिमन्यु बी बोल रहे हैं, महिमा, देन वेरी गुड 120, बिल्कुल बढ़िया मेरा बच्चा लोग, वाह, आई एम सो हैप्पी. सो my students, let me tell you, okay, I have to admit that you are super killer, amazing you all are. Yes, the answer is option B. कैसा मिल गया आप लोगों को? I'm very happy. Thank you so much. Okay, so let us understand. Whoever is having some troubles in understanding the concept, dekh le. So, a particle is being projected vertically upwards with some velocity 40 meters per second. Find the displacement and distance. Okay, finding the first part of the question is not at all a big deal at all. Why? Because displacement we all can find out by using the direct formula we have. Displacement S is equal to ut plus half a t square. Put the values given here. That is 40 meter per second is the initial velocity. ठीक है, टाइम कितना दे दिया 6 plus half into acceleration due to gravity, it is downward direction. So what is the sign we have to use? Minus 10, okay, into t square. T is equal to 6 square होता है 36. Then this is equal to 6 4s are 240, 36 by 2 is equal to 18, 18 into 10 is 180 with a negative sign. मतलब ये होता है 60 मीटर. This is displacement S vector. Okay, so the option is, once again, let me tell you, it is not given for displacement, it is given for distance, है ना? So you will be like, sir, displacement if it is 60, distance भी 60 हो सकता है. Is anyone is having that opinion? If displacement is 60, distance will also be 60. किसी का ऑप्शन यही है क्या? मैं मारूंगा, मैं इतना मारूंगा. Is anywhere, sometimes distance will be equal to displacement, right? Only in one condition, if the particle is traveling in a straight line. Okay, now let's see how to find out the distance in this particular figure. Let us take a new page and do it. देख ले, ये हमारा ground है. Okay, हमारा mother earth. From this, the particle is being thrown up with a velocity of 40 meters per second. Okay, what happens? Particle moves up. It will be reaching at some height. Let's say this is our height of 60 meters. Matlab, when the particle is at the point A, the equation will show that the particle is at a displacement of 60 meters. है ना? ठीक है. Will it be stopping here? No, it will be moving up. Will reaches the maximum height and it will start coming down. It comes down. When it reaches at the same height, let me give it a point B. Who can tell me? When the particle is at the point B at the same height as of A, what will be the value of displacement? What will be the value of displacement according to our equation? What will be the value of displacement when the particle is at the point B while it is returning and when it is at the same height? How many of you can give me the answer? अच्छे से सुन ले, I am explaining the concepts to its depth so that nobody will be making zero में मारूंगा. देख ले, when the particle is at the point B, this is the final position from where the particle has started from O. What is the distance between 0 to B? That is same as 60. मतलब when the particle is returning and reaching at the same height, the displacement is 60. What I wanted to tell you is, when the displacement is given as 60, the particle can be at the point A when it is moving up, or the particle can be at the point B while it is coming down. Okay, so first thing is, you have to understand, when the displacement is given as 60, where the particle is, whether the particle is at the point A or whether the particle is at the point B. How will you understand that? Just compare the time. What's the time given? The time is given as 6 seconds for the particle to reach a displacement of 60 meters. Okay, let us find out where the particle is. For that, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to find out what is the time required for the particle to reach the maximum height. Who can tell me? I'm looking into the chat box. When the particle reaches at the maximum height, है ना, velocity कितना होता है? When the particle reaches at the maximum height, velocity कितना होता है? Anybody in the classroom? Anybody? Velocity when the particle reaches at the topmost. Very good, Sankamitra, Aniruddha, Purna, very good. When the particle reaches at the maximum height, velocity will be 0. Is there any method by which I can find the time for the particle to reach the maximum height? Just consider the motion from this O to this C. Okay, consider motion from O to C. Okay, what is the initial velocity? Initial velocity 40. What is the final velocity when it reaches the point C? That is 0, right? What is the acceleration? Minus 10, minus acceleration due to gravity. Is there any equation to find time? V equal to U plus AT kar le. V is equal to 0. Acceleration is equal to 40. U is equal to 40. Acceleration is minus 10t. So rearranging 10t is equal to 40. Time मिल गया 4 seconds. मतलब for the particle to reach at the maximum height, it is given as 4 seconds. So in 6 seconds, where will the particle be? Whether the particle will be at the point A or whether the particle will be at the point B. Jaldi, fatafat. For maximum height is 4 seconds. Particle, according to the question, it takes 6 seconds. Where will the particle be? At the point A or at the point B? It will be completing the motion till some height and it will be coming back. Matlab, the particle is at point B. Isn't it? Very good, Ayush, Anthony, very good. So, samajh mein aa raha hai? The method by which I am doing the questions. I am explaining the concept to its depth. ठीक है. Now, question is to find the distance. है ना? Distance from 0 to A. 0 to A कितना है? 60 meter. देख ले. From 0 to A, it is 60. Now, for finding distance, we have to find the distance of A to C. Okay, from here to here and from C to B. You have to find out A to C and C to B. How? What I'm going to do is, first I'll find out the maximum height starting from O to C. Consider the motion O to C. What is it? From the minimum position to maximum height, consider the motion. Can we find out the total height? Yes. The formula is equal to S is equal to ut plus half at square, one formula. Or we can use V square is equal to U square plus 2as. कर सकता है? हाँ, V square देख ले when it reaches the maximum height 0. So 0 square is equal to U square कितना? U is 40. So 40 square होता है. Acceleration is equal to minus 10 into S. ठीक है. So rearranging this, shall we do the rearrangement in the next page? So 40 square is equal to 20s. I'm going to do in the previous page. 40 square is equal to 20s. So S कितना हो गया? 40 into 40 divided by 20. कितना? This is equal to 80. मतलब the maximum height का value कितना हो गया? From here to C 80 है. 0 to A 60 है. So ये कितना हो जाएगा? Which means if I mark it in red color, everyone can understand. ये कितना हो जाएगा? Total is 80. इतना 60. ये हो गया 20. So distance कितना होता है? Distance is equal to 0 to A is equal to 60. Mark ले. 0 to A, the particles start from 0 to A 60. From A to C, that is 20. From upwards to the point B, which means from C to B, once again 20. Kitna? 60 plus 20 plus 20. How much it is? 100. 100 is a final answer. Now have you all understood how I did this particular problem step by step by going through all the concept that everyone can understand? Note kar le ye. It is very important. Okay, note down the questions. So if you are understanding, do you want this kind of elaborate explanation? How many of you are loving this kind of elaborate explanation? Jaldi bata de. Those who are loving it, I can give this kind of elaborate explanations so that the concept will be super clear. Those who want fatafat wala answer, I can give in that way also. It is up to you. Okay, Shruti wants, then Ayush wants, Sankamitra wants, Abhimanyu wants. So many of you want this elaborate explanation. So we'll doing in this manner, na? Okay, Ayush, Shruti. Okay, very good, very good, very good, very good. Amazing. Shall we proceed? ओके अगला क्वेश्चन करेगा. ओके now it's time for the new concept. So I hope the vertical motion part is clear to everyone. Now we are moving to the position time graph. Okay, now we are going to see how can we fetch information from the graphs. First graph, position time graph. What will position time graph directly gives you? It shows the position of the particle at each moment of time. Tell me, what will the slope of the graph gives you? Note it down. What will the slope of a position time graph gives you? What does it gives you? Are dekh le, it's very important. Those who want explanation. Let's say this is the graph A to B. The angle it makes is theta. So how will you find the slope? Tan theta. Are tan theta, if you take it from this right angle triangle, BC, tan theta is equal to BC divided by AC. Are BC kya hota hai? BC is the displacement the particle makes, isn't it? And what is AC? देख ले, AC is the time taken. Displacement by time क्या होता है? Velocity. So you can easily tell what is the slope of a position time graph gives you. क्या दे देगा आप लोगों को? हाँ, दे देगा आपको velocity. What does it gives you? जल्दी बताओ मेरा बच्चा लोग. From a position time graph, if someone is asking you the slope, you should be remembering, or that thing should be coming into your mind. Yes, the slope gives us velocity. What does it gives you? The slope gives us velocity. The slope of a position time graph, once again, so that you'll never forget. The slope of a position time graph gives you velocity. Obviously, अर्पण हम तो आ जाएगा acceleration time graph पे. अभी तो position time graph कर रहे हैं ना. अभी इधर हो जा. Note किया ये? This is very important, very important. Okay, velocity, हाँ पूर्ण, म्यारा, then Raj, Anirudh, Arpan, ठीक है. Now, just like I told you, slope will give you velocity, है ना? By using this concept, shall we analyze this particular graph? ये graph देख ले. Let me mark the points. This is O, A, B, C. Tell me, from O to A, just look into the graph. From O to A, what can you see? What is the slope of the graph? What is the slope of this position line? Array, it is parallel to the x-axis. Parallel मतलब slope कितना होता है? 0 होता है. If slope is 0, slope gives velocity, है ना? So velocity will also be 0 from 0 to A. If velocity is 0 means, what is it? The particle is at rest. Understood how we are analyzing the graph? Huh? Okay. Tell me, A to B. It's a straight line which is making some inclination. Okay, let's say by making some angle theta. So what is the slope here from A to B? Slope, it is a constant, isn't it? Won't the slope from A to B a constant? Yes. If the slope is a constant, what does slope shows you? Velocity. So velocity will also be a constant. Is the velocity positive or negative? It totally depends upon the slope. Tell me, what is the slope? Is it positive or negative? Slope though positive hai, because it is moving upward, isn't it? So if the slope is positive, velocity bhi positive ho jayega. ठीक है. Very good, Purna. Purna is continuously giving yes, it is positive. So very good. Whoever is having a very good knowledge about graph, this particular topic will be simple. Now, B to C dekh le. Is the slope a constant? हाँ, it is making a constant inclination. If the inclination is constant, obviously slope will also be a constant. Tell me, is the slope positive or negative? Slope positive है क्या negative है? वो बता भी. Positive होता है क्या negative होता है? अरे negative, very good, because it is moving downwards, है ना? और क्या? If slope is a negative constant, what will velocity be? That will also be a negative value of constant. Okay, so have you understood the mixing up of this slope concept and understanding this position time graph? मिल गया? बता दे बच्चा लोग. So if you have understood, what you have to do, just draw this particular graph and write down the analysis. Jaldi. Okay, yes, very good बच्चा लोग, very good. So हम proceed करेंगे, we will proceed further. देख ले question. So we have made a complete thorough analysis. So based on that analysis and the information and the knowledge we have related to position time graph, ये question कर ले. Before jumping and giving the answer, look into the graph once again properly, okay? अच्छे से. And I'm looking into the chat box and I want to know who's going to give me the correct answer. Fatafat. Purna says option D. Ayush says option C. Then anyone else? Only two people to give me the answer. Purna says D. Ayush is with C. और कोई option नहीं. Only two people. इतना सारा students है. Only two brilliant minds I can see. Rahul says option B. Chanchal says option C. Ayush says C. Very good. The correct option is option C only. Okay. When you find the graph, don't just jump into the graph and search for the option. Just first analyze the graph. The displacement is given now on the x-axis and the time is on the y-axis. Matlab, it is kept in the wrong way, that's it. The graph is same, okay, instead of keeping it as such, okay, either displacement and time, the graph is just being rotated and the graph is kept in that fashion. That is the only difference here. Okay, now let us read the first question. The object moves with constantly increasing velocity from 0 to a. They play from 0 to a. From 0 to a, it's a straight line. Matlab, from 0 to a, slope is a constant, है ना? Slope constant है, so what is velocity? Velocity भी constant है. But here it is given that it is increasing velocity. Is the velocity increasing? बिल्कुल नहीं. Wrong है हमारा first option. Velocity of the object increases uniformly. We just now have told that it is moving with constant velocity also. So this is again wrong. Okay. Option C पढ़ ले. Average velocity is 0. Tell me how to find out average velocity. That is equal to net displacement divided by time. Tell me what is the net displacement is equal to final position minus initial position by time. है ना? ठीक है. What is final position of the particle? Here. Okay. Matlab, what is the S value? S is on the x-axis. So as you can see that at this point, the S value when the particle is at the final point, S value कितना होता है? 0. So final particle is at 0 minus at x1. Matlab when it starts from the point, oh, what is the value of S? That is also 0. 0 minus 0 by t होता है 0. Average velocity is 0. Option C correct है. हो गया हमारा उत्तर. Graph shown is impossible. Obviously not. The graph is possible because you know that a closed graph is possible. Nothing is there to discuss on that. So option C is our correct option. मिल गया आपको? हाँ? Yes, it is option C. Sumaya, very good. बच्चा लोग समझ में आ गए? मतलब the graph का analysis, the way we have understood each and every concept, सब समझ में आ गया अच्छे से? With a smile on your faces. Yo, okay. So those who understood with a smiling face, put a yo in the chat box, jaldi. Jaldi. I want to see a yo, and please do take a short note. Okay, note it down or take a screenshot, whatever is good for you. Next. This is also another simple question actually. I'll only give you 10 seconds to solve it. Jaldi kar le. The position time graph of a particle in motion is shown in figure. Calculate the average velocity of the particle. I can see Rahul with you, Shruti, then Purna, Harsh, Sumaya, Apimanyu. Very good. ठीक है. अब ये question कर ले. After this particular class है ना, the graph should be super perfect for all my बच्चा लोग. ऐसा होना चाहिए. Arpan says it's option A, right? So please put the option instead of giving the numerical values. Shruti says it's 0, which means option A. Ritapa says option C. Sumaya says option A. Devika says option A. Ayush says D. Okay, Sumaya says A again. Okay, so yes, the correct option is option A. Let's see. calculate the average velocity of the particle. Once again, V average is equal to net displacement divided by time. Starting, where is the particle? This here is a particle. What is the value of x? Its position, x is equal to 0. It goes to the point A, it comes down, it reaches here once again. Tell me, at 6 seconds, what is the value of x, which is plotted on the, which means the displacement. What is the value of displacement? Again, it is coming to the same x is equal to 0, isn't it? Initially x is equal to 0, finally x is equal to 0, or time is equal to 6 seconds. Matlab the particle is at the same position. Displacement kitna? 0. The same concept for previous question. 0 by time hota hai 0. Answer once again option hai. ठीक है, मिल गया. Okay, one last question. ये भी मिल गया ना? So I think I'm not asking again and again. ये तो मिल गया because this is from based on the same concept we have learned in previous one. वो ये होता है. ठीक है? So with a smile, let's move for the next one. ये कर ले. तरुण, शिवानी, आयुष, आयेशा, जल्दी फटाफट इसका उत्तर दे दे. Last question from position time graph. Then we'll be moving to velocity time graph इसके बाद. Ayush says it is option D. ठीक है? I think Ayush is the very first person to give me the answer for this, है ना? Like I'm not telling this is a correct answer. I didn't make any announcement. You can keep on posting. Harsh says it is option D. Then Ayush, Arpan, then Shruti says option D. Preeti says A. Sumaya says D. Anthony says D. ठीक है? Very good, very good, very good. So let me tell you, the correct option होता है हमारा D option है. Very good. Whoever have said the correct answer. Okay, I think who said the correct answer? If I am not wrong, Ayush said me the correct answer for the very first time. Let's see how this question can be. It can be done in seconds if you know the concept. Okay. Displacement time graph. Two particles A and B are a straight line inclined at 30 degree and 60. Velocity of the particle A to velocity of the particle B. How will you find velocity? Because you know that from displacement time graph, just now abhi ke abhi mein bol diya. Velocity is equal to slope of the graph to slope of the graph B. Angle for the particle A is 30. How will you find slope? Tan of 30. Okay, for the particle B, angle is given 60 degree that it makes with the x-axis. How will you find slope? Tan of 60. Tan 30 कितना? 1 by root 3. Tan 60 कितना? Root 3. ये हो गया root 3 into root 3. 3. अरे कितना simple है ना? Don't you think that this is very simple question? And many of you have given the answer also. Isn't it? बिल्कुल बढ़िया. तो option D है हमारा correct answer. Okay, so any doubt from the part of displacement or position time graph? What all informations are there? How to analyze it? कुछ है क्या? Arpan is like, sir, go for the next one. Don't waste time. Okay, time नहीं waste कर रहा है, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है ना? No, sir. One more question, Abhimanyu. Okay, one more question we'll be doing from the part of velocity time graph. Okay. What all information we can grab from the velocity time graph? First one, the slope of the graph, what it gives you. Mark it, everyone, please note it down. From the velocity time graph, if you are finding slope, it will give you acceleration. What does it gives you? It gives you acceleration. Velocity time graph, you find slope, that is give you acceleration. It's very simple to understand. देख ले. If this is theta, yellow, yellow, dirty fellow. ये theta है क्या? देख ले. How will you find slope if the angle that the graph makes with the x-axis is theta? Tan of theta. Slope is tan theta. सबको पता है. So tan theta is equal to opposite. That is QR, as you can see, by adjacent. Okay, OR. What is there on QR? QR is V minus V naught, matlab change in velocity, isn't it? And what is OR? ये देख ले, OR ये है time. So change in velocity by time, acceleration. Those who want to prove and which means some students will be like, whatever sir say, we want the proof. Without the proof, we won't trust you. For those people, I just have proved that. So usually it's a crash course. Nobody does proof because we don't have time, है ना? So yes, slope gives you acceleration. Note it down. From velocity time graph, slope gives you acceleration. First information. Second information, हाँ Anthony पूछ रहे कि does the area of velocity time graph, does it have any information contained? बिल्कुल. The area covered between the velocity time graph and the time axis gives the displacement and the distance traveled by the body. Okay, so what does area under velocity time graph gives you? It gives you the displacement and distance. Okay, now I have to tell you one important thing here. Okay, ये देख सुन ले. देख ले, the velocity time graph is like this. It is making an upper triangle and it is making a lower triangle. Question is, what is the displacement of the body S vector, and S, what is the distance? We know that area under the graph will give you displacement, है ना? देख ले. So we have two area A1, okay, and area A2. Tell me what this area A1 will be giving you. Will it be giving us positive वाला displacement या negative वाला displacement? अब बोल दे. Just tell me, the upward area A1, will it be giving us positive displacement या negative displacement? Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. Are in the upper area, velocity is positive. So if velocity is positive, displacement will also be positive. So upward area will give us positive displacement. What about downward area? Are in downward part, you can see that velocity is negative. If velocity is negative, what about the displacement? वो भी negative हो जाएगा, है ना? हाँ, very good Sumaya. Everyone is giving positive, positive, positive. Very good. So in this case, how will I find out the net S vector? Should we be adding A1 plus A2 for finding out displacement? Now we have to subtract A2 from A1. Why we are subtracting A2 from A1? Because the downward area is giving us negative displacement. ठीक है, ये समझ में आ गया. But if the question is regarding distance, if the question is regarding distance, should we be doing A1 minus A2? बिल्कुल नहीं. Why? अरे distance means a scalar quantity, it doesn't have any signs. So area A1 and area A2 will be simply getting added up for finding distance. Distance मतलब A1 plus A2. ठीक है, and if it is displacement, then we should be taking care of the sign. That's why we have negative sign with A2. वही बात है. आ गया तो आ गया, समझ तो आ गया. If you have noted these two things down, हो गया आपका, which means velocity time graph, you got 100% proficiency ऐसे. आ गया proficiency 100% बच्चा लोग? हाँ, with a smiling face. Are you all ready to take down each and every multiple choice question which we are going to start right now? Are you all ready to take down all the multiple choice questions? Are you all ready to take down each and every multiple choice question? Yo, yes Preeti, yes Umayya. Everyone, I want that energy from everyone, from all my bacha log. Yes, कर ले question and tell me which option is the correct one. जल्दी फटाफट. Okay, the particle is here, okay? Till here, if you want the graph to be perfect. Go for it, everyone, definitely. Sabre, everyone is super ready. This is what I call you, this is the reason why I call you warriors. Because of this energy you all have. Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. Mohammed says it's option C. Okay. Abhyash says it's option C. Ayush says it's option B. Fir Shruti says C. Ayush says B. Then Abhimanyu says B. Then और कोई है क्या? Sumaya says option C. C, B, C, B, C, B. Satnam says C. Savra says C. Yes. So I can see B, C, B, C, B, C. Some are telling B, some are telling C. So the correct option is option B. I know that, sir, kaise, why it is not C? Okay, Q sir. It's very simple. Silly mistake you all might have made if you have chosen the option C. I'll tell you, dekh le. Starting with the option 1. the particle starts from the origin. By looking into velocity time graph, we cannot comment about the position of the particle, right? We cannot comment about from where it is originating. Nothing can be predicted from the velocity time graph. So the particle starts from the origin is a wrong statement. We cannot predict. Okay? So it's wrong. Second is the particle crosses its initial position at 2 seconds. Matlab kya? Starting, let's say the particle starts from the point A, it will be going in different paths and coming back to the same position. Then we say that the particle is crossing the initial position. Matlab the particle is coming back to the same position. If the particle is coming back to the same position, iska matlab kya hai? Displacement zero hota hai. So the simple meaning of the statement B is at 2 seconds, the displacement is zero. So we have to check, is it true or not? Okay, how will I get a displacement from velocity time graph? Area find kar le. What's the area? Half into base is 0 to 1, that is 1. Height kitna hai? 10. 10 by 2 plus 5. And idhar ka area? Half into base kitna hai? 1 to 2, again 1. Height kitna hai? Minus 10. So minus 10 by 2 minus 5. So what is the total displacement? Plus 5 minus 5, 0. So the particle crosses its initial position at 2 seconds is correct, because we are getting the displacement as 0. If the displacement is 0 during a time interval, it means the particle has came back to the same position. So hamara uttar correct. You will be asking, sir, if displacement is 0, velocity, average velocity will be 0. Average velocity though 0 hai, but here is it average velocity that is being talked about? ना एवरेज स्पीड के बारे में. स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस डिवाइडेड बाय टाइम. इधर का डिस्टेंस होता है 5, नेगेटिव साइन इज नॉट कंसिडर्ड, सो इट इज प्लस 5. स्पीड इज डिस्टेंस, डिस्टेंस इज 5 प्लस 5 डिवाइडेड बाय टाइम. आपको समझ में आ गया व्हाई द ऑप्शन सी इज द रॉन्ग वन? समझ में आ गया? अब समझ में आ गया ना? अब समझ में आ गया? बोल दे हाँ सर बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. सो देयर इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस बिटवीन वेलोसिटी एंड स्पीड. सो थिंक अबाउट ऑल दीज कॉन्सेप्ट बिफोर यू गिव द फाइनल आंसर. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? हाँ अब समझ में आ गया ना वेयर यू ऑल हैव गॉन रॉन्ग. व्हाई द ऑप्शन सी आई वाज टेलिंग दैट वो तो छोटू मिस्टेक यू ऑल माइट हैव मेड. वही है वही है. तो ये क्वेश्चन कर ले. अगला क्वेश्चन सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. What is it? Distance covered. Same, puppy same. Okay, velocity time graph we have. Okay, this point is, it's at 4 seconds. Total distance covered by the particle in 6 seconds कितना होता है? उत्तर nobody has the answer. जल्दी फटाफट कर ले उत्तर. हर्ष, सुमैया, प्रीति सेस वो तो ऑप्शन ए है. लेट्स सी. फिर अभिमन्यु says it's option C. Harsh says it's option A. Okay, Sabra says A. Vansh says A. ठीक है. देविका says A. Okay, so उत्तर तो है. That's what everyone is telling. Question क्या है? Distance. For distance, what we have to find out? We have to find out both the areas. First area, it's a trapezium formula. Half into, this is 4. Plus what is the upper width? That is from 2 to 3, that is 1. So 4 plus 1, right, multiplied by height, that is 0 to 4 into 4. So 5 4s are this is 4 plus 1 5. 5 into 4 is equal to 20 by 2 होता है 10. So first area होता है 10. What about a second area? That is a triangle. Again half into 4 to 6 is equal to 2. And what is the height of the triangle? That is 2 again. So 2 cancel कर ले, 2 add कर ले, because we don't have to subtract because it is distance that is being asked. 10 plus 2 होता है 12. Okay, हो गया. B is gaming. If you spam again, I'll just block you now. So option C है उत्तर. Understood? समझ में आ गया सबको? With a smile. With that smile, have you all understood? Yes? Yes, 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 yes. हाँ, I think many of you have given the correct answer. Who all have given the option as C? कौन कौन दे दिया था? Nikki said option C, Harsh said option C. Who all gave me the option C as the answer? Many of you, I think, है ना? Sumaya says option C. Okay, so many of you might have given the option C. Very good. And now we are moving for the very last part of this particular graph options or the graph part, which is acceleration time graph. Okay, so acceleration time graph is a graph plotted between acceleration at different intervals of time. But an extra information is hidden in this acceleration time graph. पता है क्या वो क्या है? वो ये है कि the area under acceleration time graph. How will you find the area? अरे if this is a rectangle shape है ना? How will you find area of this rectangle? Length into breadth. What is there on the length of this? Length, you have time, isn't it, of this rectangle, and on the breadth you have acceleration. So time into acceleration क्या होता है? I hope you do all remember acceleration is equal to v minus u by t. From here acceleration into time क्या होता है? v minus u. So acceleration into time क्या होता है? v minus u. So try connecting the first part and the last part. What do you have? Acceleration का उत्तर तो है, sorry, area under acceleration time graph will give you what? The change in velocity. What will it give you? It gives us the change in velocity. वही देता है. हाँ? Okay? Yes. So that is one important thing that you should be knowing from this particular acceleration time graph. So based on that, question कर ले. अरे मैं NIT से हूँ, बीस गेमिंग, ठीक है? प्रीति सर प्लीज सिंग अ सॉन्ग. क्या हो गया? ओके, थोड़ा और बाकी है और 15 मिनट्स मोर, फिर तो बात ही खत्म. एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन विल सिंग अ सॉन्ग. आई विल सिंग अ सॉन्ग फॉर यू ऑल. ओके, एट द एंड ऑफ सेशन. अब ये क्वेश्चन कर ले. The graph describes airplane's acceleration during its takeoff run. The airplane's velocity when it lifts off at t equal to 20 seconds. मतलब at 20 seconds, what is the velocity? It is taking off. मतलब it starts with a velocity of 0. So nothing. I don't think it is something which has to be said in the question. Obviously, before the plane starts moving, its initial velocity is 0. At 20 seconds, what is the velocity? That's the question. Arpan says it's option B, which is 50. Devika says option C. Ayush says C. Then Abhimanyu B. Then Preeti C. Arpan B. Sabra C. Okay, so many are giving option B, C, B, C, B, C. Let's understand. है ना? Now we know that the change in velocity v minus u from the acceleration time graph is being given by area under the graph. है ना? है या नहीं? To find out the area. From 10 to 20, it is a perfect rectangle. What is here? 10 to 20 is 10 and this is 5. So 10 into 5, 50. Plus, then what do you have? This area. I'm going to split this as a triangle plus a rectangle. 0 to 10, this is 10, and 0 to 3, ये 3 है. So 3 into 10 कितना होता है? 30. This is the area of this much of rectangle. Then what is remaining? A triangle is more remaining, half into. Base is how much? 0 to 10. Okay, and what is height? Height is from 3 to 5. देख ले, from here to here. 3 to 5 होता है 2. So ये कितना हो गया? 50 plus 30, 80 plus half and 2 will cancel. 110 is remaining. उत्तर तो मिल गया 90. मतलब हमारा उत्तर हो गया C. सिंपल सिंपल सा सीधा सा बात है. मिल गया तो आंसर. मजा भी आ गया, मुस्कुराहट भी आ गया. है क्या? मुस्कुराहट आ गया या नहीं आ गया? क्रिस्टल क्लियर अर्पण, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड, अब बढ़िया बात है. श्रुति इज लाइक सर आप इतना क्यों अच्छा पढ़ा था. अरे यार हिंदी क्या, हाउ कैन आई रिप्लाई द सेम थिंग इन हिंदी. डोंट यू, अच्छा पढ़ाता नहीं करना है क्या, इसमें हिंदी करेक्ट. अच्छा पढ़ाता नहीं करना है क्या, इसमें हिंदी करेक्ट और रॉन्ग, राइट और रॉन्ग, राइट और रॉन्ग, क्या होता है पता नहीं, आप ही बोल दे. यस बीस्ट गेमिंग, वेरी गुड, ऑप्शन सी होता है ये. Okay, now we will do relative motion. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल अर्पण, मुझे हिंदी नहीं बोलना नहीं आता है, मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा आई एम लर्निंग, है ना. आई एम जस्ट लर्निंग टू स्पीक इन हिंदी and many of my students are helping me also in learning Hindi. Okay, I am so thankful to every one of them. Okay, ठीक है, shall we do this okay, shall we do this particular concept of relative motion? How many of you want to learn this concept of relative motion? It's very important question actually, which means it's a very important concept actually. Those who want to learn, okay, please raise your hands and tell me, sir, we want to learn, and you should be ready to stay here with me for the next 10 minutes by giving your complete attention. Thank you so much, Sumaya. Yes, Tanishk, let's do it. Okay, yes. Okay, so hi, definitely. So everyone is ready. I'll just simply explain you what is the concept of relative motion and relative velocity. ठीक है, देख ले. Let's say we have two trains. Okay, a train A where its velocity is equal to 30 meter per second. Okay, a person is looking, a person who is standing on the ground, who is looking at the train A, it is moving with a velocity of 30 meter per second. And another train is there, which is B, which is moving with a velocity of B, which we call it as, let's say, some 20 meter per second. Okay? Which means if a person who is standing on the ground is looking at the train A, he is finding that A is moving with 30 and the train B is moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second. Okay? Now, this is not the concept. Let us make two people to be sat on, one person to be sat on the train A and another person is on the train B. If someone is asking to the person who is sitting in the train B, अरे train B वाला भैया, what is the velocity you are feeling for the train A? How will you find out? That concept is what we call it as relative velocity. मतलब finding out the velocity of one moving body with respect to another moving body is what we call it as what? Relative velocity concept. So, if someone is asking the person B to find out the velocity of a person A, how will you write it? That is defined as velocity of A, velocity of this train A with respect to B. Matlab, if B is observing, the velocity of A is, that is what you mean by VAB. How do you pronounce it? How do you tell it? That is velocity of A with respect to B. Matlab, the velocity that A will be possessing if B is observing. ठीक है, इसका फॉर्मूला कितना है? VA वेक्टर माइनस VB वेक्टर, ये होता है इसका, है ना. So according to our question, what is VA? 30. What is VB? 20. कितना? 10 meter per second. मतलब if B is observing the train A will be having a velocity of 10 meter per second. This is what is being said. ठीक है. Now, how many of you know this? That this is a concept. The concept of relative velocity is converting two body motion into a single body motion. ये किसको पता है? I have no idea how many of you have learned this. ये बता दे. Please tell me how many of you know this particular concept of relative velocity. I know that everybody knows VA minus VB is relative velocity. But how many of you know this? I'm looking into the chat box. I want to know how many of you know that this concept of relative velocity is converting two body motion into one body motion. Okay, Ayush knows, then Purna knows, Arpan knows. Arpan is like frame of reference. Frame of reference मतलब the point from where the observation is being made. इसमें क्या है? Okay, Sabra knows, everyone, many of you knows, right? So we'll just refresh your memory, those who already know, those who don't know, we'll make it super clear the concept. इधर देख ले. Before that, मैं थोड़ा पानी पिएगा ना थोड़ा. ये सुन ले मेरा बच्चा लोग, ये सुन ले, अच्छे से सुन ले, right? Let's name this person who is standing on the ground as person O. If someone is asking, write to the person O, how many bodies are moving, what will this person tell? The person will be looking at the train A. Yes, the train A is moving. The person O will be looking at the train B. The train B is also moving. Matlab, with respect to this person O, two trains are moving. So, analyzing the motion will be a bit difficult. Now, what will we do? We'll ask the same question to the person sitting inside the train B. इस बंदे है ना, ये बंदे दिखता है सबको. Okay, we'll be calling to the person B who is sitting inside the train B. Okay, we'll be asking, अरे भैया, okay, tell me how many bodies are moving. When he looks at himself, will he be feeling like moving? मतलब the person B है ना, who is inside a train which is moving with 20 meters per second, if he looks at himself, will he feel that he is moving? No. He'll feel that he is at rest. With respect to this particular person, who is the only body moving? The only body that will be moving with respect to B. Matlab, if person B is looking, the only body that will be moving is VA. And what is the velocity with which A will be moving with respect to B? That is given as 10 meter per second. Okay. इसका use क्या आता है? Okay. इसका use क्या होता है? इसका use ये है कि if we make one of the moving person, okay, here in this case, the person B as the observer, the A will only be moving. Suppose a question is asked. Question is like, the distance between them is 10 meter. Question, this is like, what time it takes for the person or the train A to cross the train B. If you try to do it in the conventional method, it will be a bit difficult because both the bodies are moving. Okay, so what is the easiest way to do? We will ask the person B to observe the motion. If person B observe, the only body that will be moving is what? A. And what is the velocity that it will be moving? 10 meter per second. And how much distance it has to cover? How much distance the A has to cover to reach the point B? So distance is equal to 10. Up to time finding is not a big deal at all because time is equal to S by V. Here 10 by 10, that is equal to 1 second. देख ले कितना आसानी से मिल गया. So we have converted the two body motion into a single body motion by using the concept of relative velocity. कितना आसान का काम हो गया है या नहीं? बच्चा लोग बता दे है या नहीं? आसानी का काम हो गया या नहीं? जल्दी 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 बता, because we have to do questions from this particular part. Myara, Arpan. Then, yes, Beast Gaming, very good, yes. Ayush, yes. Shruti is asking, can time be negative? मेरा बच्चा लोग, answer Shruti, can time be negative? Yes, Ayush, Anthony, Arpan, so everybody understood, है ना? So who's going to give answer for Shruti? Shruti asked like, can time be negative? Can time be negative? Time तो scalar quantity है ना? Scalar quantity, how can it be negative? Okay, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so I think everybody is there. Who says no? Yes, it is very good. Okay, time is scalar है ना Shruti Mishra? Very good, very good, very good. Everybody is telling. Now question कर ले. Answer, 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 answer. Neither negative nor positive है ना? It simply has magnitude. Tanish says it's option C. मैं तो बिल्कुल बढ़िया कंशा. सर आपका इंग्लिश अच्छा है, थैंक यू सो मच. Miara. So Kartikeya says it's option B. Ayush says it's option B. Fair. Purna says it's option B. Then okay, I can see so many option Bs. Bilkul badhiya. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So let's see how this question can be done. A boy is moving due east. East matlab towards right with a velocity of 1 meter per second. So velocity of boy is equal to plus 1 meter per second. And the girl is moving towards west. West matlab in this towards left direction. So velocity of girl is equal to 2 with negative sign. Question is, what is the velocity of boy with respect to girl? I hope you all know how to write this. Velocity of boy with respect to girl. Formula क्या होता है? Velocity of boy minus velocity of girl. Velocity of boy कितना 1 minus velocity of girl कितना -2. 1 minus -2, 1 minus -2, 3. Okay, and you have 2 3s, है which means 1 3 is due north and 1 is towards east. We already have considered the motion of the body towards right as positive. The final answer is coming with positive, right? So the positive means the particle is moving towards east because we started doing the problem by considering the motion towards right as positive. मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर मिल गया, हमारा उत्तर हो गया ऑप्शन बी. अर्पण, हाँ वही है सच, ऑप्शन बी हो गया. बीस्ट गेमिंग, यस ऑप्शन बी. यस यस अभिमन्यु, अर्पित. ओके, ये क्रैश कोर्स है ना, दिस विल बी अराउंड 23 days मोर. इसके बाद हम विल स्टार्ट विद दी पार्ट 2. मेरा होम टाउन केरला है, ये क्वेश्चन कर रहे. This is a very good question, okay, and the only easy method of doing this particular question is by relative motion. Let me see how many of you are going to do this problem. Let me see. हाँ, क्वेश्चन तो दे दिया, अभी उत्तर दे दे. Menti quiz चाहिए क्या? I don't mind doing Menti quiz at all, but doing Menti quiz we'll only be able to complete small amount of question. अरे कोई बात नहीं, बीस्ट. Okay, I was also a student once है ना, so I also know that थोड़ा थोड़ा मजाक तो होता ही रहता है, चलता रहेगा, कोई बात नहीं. अभी पढ़ ले, और क्या चाहिए. So people are telling it's option C, some people are telling option B, Kartikeya is telling option A, है ना, Devika is telling B, Arpit says D, Ayush says C, Nikki says B. Shall we understand? Okay, a lift. So let us draw a lift. ये हमारा lift है. Whose cage matlab the topmost roof that is being told. The roof is 3 meter high. Between the height of this particular elevator or the lift is 3 meter. Is moving up with an acceleration. ये lift है ना, acceleration of the lift is equal to plus 2 meter per second square plus q to show that it is moving upward. A piece of stone is being dropped from the top of a cage, matlab from the roof of the lift, when its velocity is 8 meter per second. So when the velocity of this particular elevator, matlab initial velocity of the lift was 8 meter per second, tell me what is the velocity of this particular stone will also. Array, both of them are moving together. So if the lift is having a velocity of 8 meter per second, before you drop the coin, or sorry, here it is a stone है ना, before you drop the stone, the velocity of the stone will also be कितना, same 8 meter per second. ठीक है, both will be moving with 8 meter per second. At that particular point of time, what you're doing, you are dropping the stone from this particular height. What happens? Stone will be coming down. सबको पता है. Question is, the stone will reach the floor of the lift after how much time? Okay, how much time will it take for this particular stone to come and hit the ground? How will you do the problem? Several methods are there to do the problem, but the easiest way is making one of the moving body as observer. How is that possible? By concept of relative velocity. So just express all the parameters, matlab velocity, acceleration, everything with respect to one of the moving bodies. Okay, so I'm going to take the observer as lift. So the lift is observing. So first, initial velocity of the stone with respect to the lift. Formula, velocity of stone minus velocity of lift. Both are 8 minus 8, वो हो गया 0. Next, acceleration of the stone with respect to the lift. Formula, acceleration of stone minus acceleration of lift. What's the acceleration of stone once you drop it? Array, once you drop the stone is completely moving under the acceleration due to gravity. So acceleration of the stone is minus 10, downward. Why minus? I hope you understood. Minus acceleration of lift कितना है? 2. So ये हो गया minus 12 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. और क्या है? और कुछ है क्या? हाँ, the displacement the stone makes with respect to this particular lift. You can see that the stone is coming down, है ना? The stone is coming down. So the displacement is equal to how much? 3 meter with negative sign. हो गया? हो गया तो हो गया. So I hope you all understood till here. Now what is left for finding time? You just need to write the formula of S is equal to ut plus half at square. S कितना? minus 3. U तो 0. Half into acceleration is minus 12 into t square. Minus minus cancel. 12 by 2 हो गया कितना? 12 by 2 कितना हो गया? वो हो गया 6, है ना? So 3t square is equal to 3 by 6, वो हो गया 1 by 2. So t हो गया 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2, t is equal to 1 by root 2. Multiply root 2 by root 2. So ये हो गया root 2 divided by 2. Root 2 is 1.4 divided by 2. 1.4 by 2 is 0.7. Okay, so time मिल गया 0.7. Okay, so इधर 7 seconds नहीं है, 0.7 seconds है. ऑप्शन ए हमारा करेक्ट है. 0.7 ठीक है, 0.7 है हमारा उत्तर, 7 नहीं. ठीक है, पॉइंट डाल दे, उत्तर हो गया हमारा ऑप्शन है ए फॉर अमीर सर. ए फॉर एप्पल था, अभी अमीर सर हो गया. अरे यार. ओके, सो ऑप्शन है नहीं, ऑप्शन ए है हमारा आंसर. सो यस बच्चा लोग, समझ में आ गया, ये अच्छे से समझ में आ गया, अच्छा वाला. .7, हाँ बिल्कुल 0.7 ही आंसर. आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड द कॉन्सेप्ट एंड द इक्वेशंस एंड द मेथड बाय विच वी हैव डन दिस प्रॉब्लम, है ना? फटाफट बता दे जल्दी, बोल दे हाँ सर बिल्कुल, हाँ सर बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. Yes? Okay. So shall we do one more question? How many of you are interested? Very good Devika, बिल्कुल बढ़िया. How many of you want to do it? One more question. How many of you want to do? एक और क्वेश्चन करना है. किस किस को लोग का करना है? आयुष, yes. प्रीति, अर्पित, अभिमन्यु, सबरा, अर्पित says yes we want. श्रुति says एक और क्वेश्चन कर ले सर. हाँ सर बिल्कुल. वन मोर, ठीक है. तो अगला क्वेश्चन यही है, यही कर ले मेरे बच्चा लोग, अगला क्वेश्चन कर ले. लेट मी सी हु ऑल आर गुड इन दिस कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ रिलेटिव मोशन. एवरीबडी इज लाइक यस 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 यस. तो करके दिखा मुझे, उत्तर बता दे मुझे. व्हाट इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन? सेम आंसर, नो डिफरेंस. अरे ऐसे कैसे, बिल्कुल इट्स टोटली डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन. जल्दी फटाफट. अच्छा लोग, waiting for the answer from every one of you. Preeti is like, B sir, option is maybe correct होता है. That's what Preeti is telling. Shruti, physics is bad. Physics अच्छे करने के लिए that you are here, है ना? अभिमन्यु से C. Arpit says C with a question mark. मुझे पूछ रहा है. So I have asked a question to every one of you. Now Arpit is like, sir, is it C? Are you asking question? Are you giving the question back to me? Huh? Okay, so many are giving Ayush. Yes, Sabra says B, Devika says B. Very good. The correct option is B. Whoever have given me the correct option, bilkul badhiya, and bilkul badhiya. Shall we understand this? Okay, step by step. देख ले. We have our car A. Okay, हमारा car A यही है and car B यही है. Okay, both of them are moving in the same direction along the same line joining them. Car A moves with a constant acceleration. Acceleration of car A is equal to 4 meter per second square. While car B moves with a constant velocity, मतलब क्या होता है? Acceleration of B is 0. How I understood? Because it is clearly told that it moves with constant velocity. And what is the velocity with which the car B moves? UB is equal to 1 meter per second. Okay, as nothing is being specified regarding the initial velocity of A, we have to assume that initial velocity of A, it just starts moving. Okay, car A moves, it start moving, so initial velocity is 0 is what we have to assume. These two things are given. At time 0, car A is 10 meter, this car A is 10 meter behind the car B. Question is, find the time when car A overtake the car B. How many bodies are moving? 2 bodies. So what will you do? Express all the parameters, matlab velocities, acceleration with respect to one of the moving body. Isn't that what you do? Yes. So we can find out or write the parameters with respect to the body B. So what is acceleration of A with respect to B formula? Acceleration of A minus acceleration of B, that is 4 minus 0, 4 meter per second square. So acceleration of A with respect to B, if we are making B as the observer, A is having an acceleration of 4 meter per second square. Similarly, initial velocity of A with respect to B is UA minus UB, that is UA is kitna? 0 and UB is 1, so minus 1 meter per second square. ठीक है. What else is given? The displacement the A has to make. Array, B is the observer. So B is at stationary. The only particle that is moving is A. And how much distance it has to cover? 10 meter. Question to time hai. Which formula will we use for doing this? Simple. Which formula? S is equal to UT plus half AT square ही use करना है. S कितना? 10. U कितना? minus 1 into T. Acceleration 4. 4 by 2, 2T square. है ना? So this will be 2T square minus T minus 10 equal to 0. How will you find it? Minus B. That is minus of minus plus 1 plus or minus root of B square is 1 square minus 4 into A into C is minus 10. So ये हो जाएगा plus 10 the whole divided by 2 into 2. This is 80 plus 1. 81 का root होता है 9. So 1 plus or minus 9 divided by 4. 1 minus 9, time cannot be negative. So it is 1 plus 9, that is 10 divided by 4. ये होता है 5 by 2. ये होता है 2 by 5 seconds. Okay. हो गया. म्यारा, प्रीति, आशीष, अर्पित, बीस गेमिंग, सबको समझ में आ गया? क्वेश्चन तो खत्म. अर्पित, दिस वाज अ वेरी लास्ट क्वेश्चन. तो बच्चा लोग बता दे. हियर वी आर एट द एंड ऑफ द relative velocity concept and also the end of the chapter motion in one dimension in this crash course. जल्दी बता, समझ में आ गया? How you are all feeling about this chapter of motion in one dimension, how the crash course is going? It's your time, and if you have any doubts वो भी बता दे. लेट ज्वाइन किया सर, प्लीज सिंग अ सॉन्ग। अरे गला तो थोड़ा गड़बड़ है, क्या करूं मैं। आ गया बीस गेमिंग आशीष, हाँ ओके। सो those who love this particular classroom, those who enjoyed all the concepts, okay, those who love Ameer sir, क्या करना है आप लोगों को, जल्दी से जल्दी वो कर्सर मूव करके फटाफट लाइक बटन दबा दीजिए सब, okay, and do let me know that you are enjoying and you want more classes from this particular crash course. ठीक है, when is our next class बच्चा लोग, when is our next class? Next class is not tomorrow, not Saturday, not Sunday, it is at Monday 8 p.m. Which chapter? हाँ, projectile motion we will be doing. Projectile motion will be completing in our next crash course on Sunday at 8, sorry, Monday at 8 p.m. Don't forget. हाँ, हमारा next class is on Monday, don't forget, at 8 p.m. projectile motion. सबको पता है ना? प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन हम तो कंप्लीट ही करेगा, सो डोंट मिस आउट, इट्स वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट। ओके सर, प्लीज सिंग अ सॉन्ग। विच सॉन्ग विल आई सिंग? ओके सो आई विल सिंग अ छोटू वाला सॉन्ग, ठीक है। La 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 le lo la 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 le lo la 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 डूबा डूबा रहता हूँ आंखों में तेरी, दीवाना बन गया हूँ मैं तेरी चाहत में तेरी, डूबा डूबा रहता हूँ आंखों में तेरी, दीवाना बन गया हूँ मैं तेरी चाहत में तेरी। अब दिन गुजरती नहीं, रात कटती नहीं, तस्वीर से बात बनती नहीं, तू आजा। कोई जाने ना पहचाने ना ये हुआ कैसे, तुम आओगे ख्वाबों में से, कोई जाने ना पहचाने ना ये हुआ कैसे, तुम आओगे ख्वाबों में से। बेवफा 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 न जा। ठीक है, तो अब मैं जा रहा हूँ, ओके मुझे एक और क्लास है। सो व्हाट यू ऑल हैव टू डू, यस दोस्त हु हैवंट लाइक द सेशन, जल्दी जल्दी फटाफट जाकर लाइक कर ले सेशन को, ओके एंड शेयर। कैन यू डू द स्मॉल थिंग आई यूज्ड टू बी आस्किंग टू एवरीवन इन द क्लासरूम, कैन यू शेयर द क्लास टू एवरीवन, बच्चा लोग, टू योर फ्रेंड्स, टू एवरीवन फ्रॉम योर स्कूल्स, टू योर स्कूल ग्रुप। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ऑल योर कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स, ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच। Singing is best medicine after doing physics. Like that you are talking like a physics is a disease, huh? Thank you Miara, Tharuna, Say, Arpit, everyone. Okay, so please do share the class with everyone. That's a small request that I want to make to everyone in the classroom. And let me tell you, these are the other batches that is gonna start, as you all can see this, right? Science batches, commerce batches, everything is there. Okay, now thank you so much everyone, thank you so much everyone for being here, for making this amazing bonding, and I'm having so much of good bonding with so many students who used to come to my classes every day. Okay, so I'm not calling the name separately, So I'm so happy here. I hope you all are also having a very good time. Physics is a medicine to cure our cuts. So thank you so much everyone. So I'll leave right now. Those who haven't subscribed to the channel, jaldi फटाफट subscribe कर ले so that you'll get all the notifications. ठीक है? Dharunasi, you want to go NASA? Pakka pakka. Once I reach there, okay, once I get an idea, I'll tell you. Because I also want to go there, na? So bye everyone, thank you so much for being here. Okay, those who want to come and join for 12th standard classroom can come and join. It is at 10 p.m. So bye bye. Take care. Good night. Arpit, Myara, Sankhamitra, Devika, everyone. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.